Picture this, Aaron Ross, fresh at Salesforce.com, staring down a mountain of cold calls and burning out sales reps. The usual noisy hustle isn't working, but then he flips the script. What if you could explode your revenue without dialing endless cold calls? The tension builds. Can you really turn sales into a predictable, scalable machine? That's exactly what Ross cracked, and it changed the game forever. Aaron noticed the brutal truth early. Cold calls are stuck in the past, killing energy and results. But why do so many CEOs still hammer this failing tactic? At Salesforce, Ross watched reps spend 60% of their time cold calling, getting annoyed, deflated, and hit only a 1–2% success rate. One rep even quit after just weeks. The constant rejection was toxic, grinding down morale and pipeline alike. Think of cold calls like shouting into a stadium full of people wearing headphones. You're broadcasting, but no one's really listening. Cold outreach wastes effort on the wrong audience and leaves your team exhausted without a payoff. Ross's breakthrough was simple but genius: split sales into specialized roles. Cold calling became the sole job of an outbound prospecting rep, freeing account executives to focus on closing qualified leads. Suddenly, efficiency tripled, and so did results. Now Ross flips the old playbook, showing how to build an outbound sales engine that feels less like cold warfare and more like smart conversation. Ross built laser-focused prospect lists based on ideal customer profiles, not guesswork. At Salesforce, they targeted high-value enterprise clients by digging into data, not random databases. This meant every contact was a step closer to a good fit, turning cold leads warmer before first outreach. His secret weapon? Tailored email sequences that nudged prospects with value, not pressure. These conversations unfolded like helpful dialogues, not hard sells, yielding an impressive 9% response rate where cold calls barely scratched 1%. It's outbound but friendly and astonishingly effective. Most importantly, Ross tracked every step: response rates, engagement, lead quality, building a predictably scalable process. Like a well-oiled machine, revenue grew not by luck, but repeatable systems anyone could follow. This shifted Salesforce's growth into a revenue rocket ship. Ross took it further, no more controlling every move. He turned sales reps into mini CEOs, unlocking autonomy that exploded performance. Rather than micromanage, Ross gave reps clear goals and ownership over their pipeline. At Salesforce, reps began treating their lead funnel like a personal business, making strategic decisions instead of blindly following scripts. This ownership sparked responsibility and pride. The mechanism: clear, data-driven KPIs. Imagine traffic lights that show green when targets are met and red when off track. Ross's system gave reps instant feedback on performance so they could self-correct fast. This clarity replaced chaos with calm, turning stress into smart action. The payoff blew minds. Teams morphed into independent powerhouses that didn't need their boss constantly breathing down their necks. Salesforce's revenue exploded, almost doubling enterprise growth, proving self-managed teams aren't fluffy ideals, but scalable engines of success. Remember Aaron Ross, staring at that crushing pile of cold calls? By dropping outdated tactics and building a precise, friendly, and autonomous outbound machine, revenue tripled, and cold calls vanished. Now try this: split your sales team's roles deliberately and build a step-by-step outreach system targeting your ideal clients. Watch your pipeline fill predictably, because predictable revenue isn't a myth, it's a process. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.